Do you want to see how a river somewhere is made? Today, I'm going to show you the step-by-step setup process. So this is the photo that inspired me to create the river series. And in my first attempt, I created a river nowhere. And you guys already know what happened. I did not send a river nowhere to the contest because I think this tank is not made for contest. So I have decided to make another one. So the first thing that I did was to find the main wood for my second tank. And this is the wood that I found in the park nearby, just fallen branches from some big trees. I have to do some modification because the original wood is very bulky and very round. I want something that is more flat to create the kind of feeling that the wood is broken off. So I have to do some modification. I don't have a proper tool, so I use a hammer. It is actually not that hard because the woods are not really very solid. It has been there for, I don't know, for months, so it is not exactly a very solid wood. But I think overall it took me, I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour. And I'm trying to test out the arrangement before I put them into the tank. And something happened. So the setup process begins. My tank is 150 centimeter. This piece of wood, I would say maybe 100 to 110 centimeter. The main wood. And I always recycle my soil. Even though I recycle my soil, I always make sure to add 1 or 2 bags of fresh soil just to maintain the nutrient level. The whole setup process of the main hardscape, I think I can't remember exactly now, but I think it take, I would say 3 to 4 hours just to, let's say, set up the main hardscape, excluding all the roots. The roots, I think, take a lot more time. As I told many of my friends, actually many ask me how to create a nice aquascape. To be honest, I can't answer this question. To me, if you ask me how to create a nice aquascape, I don't know. But what I know is that if I see something that it is not right, when I see something that it is wrong, I can identify that. So through continuous improvement, if I see something that it is not nice, I will change it until a stage where I think it is nice. So from the get-go, from the beginning, if you ask me how to create a nice aquascape, I have no idea. As you can see in this video, my creation process, I keep changing. So it is try and error. I keep changing until a stage where I think it is good enough. So I don't know, the secret of creating a nice aquascape is to recognize what is not nice. As long as we know what is not nice and we keep changing it until to a stage where we think it is good enough, I think that is the way I do. I do not know how to create a nice aquascape from the start, but I know what is not nice. One thing that, let's say a little bit of trouble by using recycled soil is that during this process is quite messy. Yeah, the soil is wet, and if you rearrange the wood is dirty, and you mess up the floor, I mean, that is the downside of recycling the soil. But as a hobbies, honestly, I can't use fresh soil for every tank that I set up. I set up like 2 or 3 tanks a year, and for a tank this size, I have to use like 6 to 8 bags of soil, and that is quite a lot of money. So I recycle my soil always. As you can see, I keep on putting in, taking out, and putting in again and taking out again. It is really by try and error. I hardly have any instances that I put in a piece of wood and then it just feel perfect. I mean, honestly, I've never in my memory I ever did that. So it is always by try and error. And the thing is that because I'm still trying, I don't glue those wood, and sometimes they fell down, and once it fell down, I have to redo. And when I'm redoing it, sometimes you don't get back that angle that you want anymore, and that is the one that took a lot of time. Yeah, I can't glue it now because I'm still adjusting. I will only glue them when I feel that I'm fully satisfied, then I will start gluing. So all these woods are just putting there without gluing. And actually I cannot remember that I used so many rocks, because in the final photo actually you don't see that many rocks. Yeah, I think a lot of these rocks are basically covered by plants in the final photo. Yeah, I'm quite quite amazed myself looking back that I actually used quite a bit of rocks. So the 2 main woods is collected from the park, and also some of this, and also the piece that behind the main wood, the one that is pointing up, that one is also collected from the park. And I believe the one that is at the bottom, the Y-shaped one, I think that is also collected from the park. And those wood that is on the right side, I think those are normal driftwood that I gotten from the shop. So the main woods are all collected from the park. I like to use wild collected wood because I think it has some kind of the character that a normal driftwood cannot give me. And you know, the size to get a piece of wood this big, it costs quite a lot of money. So if I can find something in the wild, I will try to use them. That is really a lot of rocks that I used. So this is how I plan my planting, just to get some idea. And what you see now is I'm trying to do those roots. These are not the roots on the top. These are the roots on the main root. In the final photo, you can see some of them. I'm trying to create those roots hanging down from the main root by using some very coarse or big thread. Gluing them. And I discover a trick when you are using this kind of a thing, the thread, the string, you have to put extra glue. The extra glue will actually make the roots look straight. Otherwise, they are not straight. So once you put extra glue, when the glue is flowing down, the root will look straight. So this is the tricks that I discover. So this is the platform that I use to attach my roots. Many of you ask how I attach my roots. This is the way I do it. I have to glue some platform or tie some platform on top of the tank, and then my roots are attached to this platform, as you can see from the video here. I believe you have seen the previous video how I prepare the roots. I use a lot of cable ties, and I mean it is more flexible than gluing, because you can easily change just by cutting. If you use glue, it is a little bit messy. Of course I use glue as well, because some of the places you just can't use cable tie, but if I can use cable tie, I will use cable tie. And some of these roots are actually recycled. These are recycled roots from the previous tank, A River Nowhere. And this is just the first stage of putting on the roots. When the tank progresses, I add on a lot more woods on top of this one. Now this is just as a base. I would say in the final photo you can't see this batch of roots. They are all behind, and they are looking dark color. So whatever you saw in the final photo is the one that I added on afterwards. I add on the roots in stages. As I already told you in one of the video, I want them to age at different duration in the tank. So by doing that, the woods can have different kind of colors and different algae. So I think this is basically the hardscape, not finished yet. I also added some tree bark on the main wood. This one, it is not shown in the photo just now. I added some tree barks on the main wood to make it more bulky, because the main wood originally is a little bit skinny. So by adding on the tree bark, tree skin, the main wood is looking a little bit more bulky, a little bit more power. This should be the next day. So in total, I used 2 days to complete the hardscape. 1 day is to get the main structure right. The second day is to get the roots on top. So roughly 2 days. It is a fun project. I love during the creation of this hardscape, I enjoy it very much. In the past, my hardscape is always very simple. This year, I am a little bit more serious on the hardscape, and I enjoy it. I forgot really how fun it is to play with so complicated hardscape. In the past few years, my hardscape is always done within, I don't know, 30 minutes, one hour. This one, it took me 2 days. So yeah, a little bit more complicated. And if you see, I already painted. I painted some of this main wood white. You can see some paint mark already here. Yeah, those white color that you saw is the paint. So this is a hardscape. Part 1, part 2 is coming.